welcome to What Are You Saying? #Ways, where we talk about topics in the news as it affects us all. I am Osayua Besali, and today I'm joined by my amazing co-anchors. Isibakome.
I've told you. It's not a Greek name.
Your name sounds very, very German. You know those clash.
I feel you.
How are you, Isi?
I'm very well, thank you. The name is Isibakome.
Isibakome. No, I like to emphasize the
Okay.
How are you?
I've been good. And you look so quiet usually. Oh, I speak Ishan very well.
Tell your people now.
Okay.
You're not like me. But I'm lost.
So have you been?
I'm good. I had a fantastic, very long day, but good. It was good.
Awesome.
Spent most of the day with family, but we're good.
Awesome. My day yesterday was a bit hectic for me, but today let me use the word, I'm chillaxing. So I'm on a cruise.
Chill. That's nice. Talking about yesterday, congratulations again to D-Flex. Immediately after the show yesterday, his wife had the baby girl.
Aww.
I mean, we've already said our congratulations behind camera, but it was really
awesome.
nice. I mean, it was an amazing person to actually talk to yesterday. You know. I actually felt very inspired, and I know so many people that reached out to me that, they want to interview him, you know, and all of that. So I'm sure he's going to be getting a lot more
interviews as well.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Very.
It's good to have
congratulations and welcome to the princess.
Well. Absolutely.
All right. Do we have Isi now?
Isi's here.
Oh, sorry, my darling. Utsi. Do we have Utsi? Utsi is supposed to be joining us via Zoom.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Hi, Utsi.
Hey, hello, everyone. Hi, Utsi.
Hi.
Very well. Hi.
How are you doing?
Very well. And how's your day been?
Hectic.
Busy, hectic, a little bit of sickness in between, but you know, we're here.
A bit under the weather, are you?
Pardon?
A bit under the weather, are you?
Yeah, a little bit. My breakfast didn't agree with me, so we've been battling all day. But you know, as we say, we move.
We move.
Exactly. I like that.
We move.
By
the way, people loved your hairstyle yesterday, Uti. So why didn't you maintain the hairstyle?
Wow, I tried to do something different. You know, the thing with knotless braids is like it gives you so many options. So blush hair looking good, man.
Okay, so are you looking forward to the conversation today?
Okay. How you have this conversation today is going to go. Today is going to be a debate. We're going to be for and against.
Okay.
Exactly. Or indifferent as well.
Okay, well, let me let our guests in, our audience in. So we're discussing issues about what's it called? People accusing women that we are the ones allowing men to cheat. So here's what we found as today's quote. Most people cheat because they are paying more attention to what they're missing rather than what they have. I mean, this quote is from livelifehappy.com. I mean, when I saw this quote, I said, well, it's just is a summary of really why people cheat. It's not so much of blaming on a gender. So it's our ladies' night out, and tonight we want to address cheating and the narrative that women encourage men to cheat, especially in this climate. Now, a simple desire to have sex can motivate some people to cheat. Other factors might be just an opportunity or an unmet sexual need. So how is it then that a woman is at fault, you know, for that? That's the question. So Isi, Uti, and I will be discussing this, and when we open our phone line, would really love to hear what you have to say. We're looking forward to actually both sexes. Yes,
I would prefer the men
because they're accusing women, so women should talk, and I want men to also talk. But first, we'll do that. We'll take a break to see what we found in the news. It's International Tiger Day. International Tiger Day has been created so that people around the world can raise awareness for tiger conservation. The aim of the day is to help promote a worldwide system whereby we are dedicated to protecting tigers and their natural habitats. We can also use this day to support tiger conservation issues, to raise awareness, and there's a number of threats that are driving tigers close to extinction, and we can do our own bit to make sure that we do not lose these incredible creatures. So some of the threats that tigers face include poaching, conflict with humans, and habitat loss. So wild tiger population have declined by around 95% since the beginning of the 20th century. There's now estimated to be around 3,900 wild tigers. Each tiger has a unique stripe, set of stripes like your fingerprint, and this helps us to identify individuals in the wild. So you can adopt a tiger today, to help preserve this very lovely, lovely creature. So happy International Tiger Day.
I actually went to, what's the name of this country? Somewhere in Dubai, actually, where we saw some people seated beside a wild tiger. Now, this tiger was just, was live. It was alive, but it was just there. So some people actually sat close to it.
No, but that's not wild now. Or was it inside his own?
No, it wasn't in a cage.
With people.
That's
not why. That's that one they've trained that one.
Yes, but
it's domesticated.
One day. A lot of people went close, but me, as a Nigerian girl, I do not trust things like that. I didn't bother to go close. I'm adventurous.
Qualified as a Benin
girl.
We are very suspicious.
I refuse to go close to it because you just never know. Maybe that minute I decided to go close to
it. This time this thing reminds me of when we visited the zoo with my mom and my dad. All of us, in fact, as a family, we all visited the zoo in London. My mother said, "When did they go?" She was suspicious of everything. She didn't come close. Even when she saw the owl, she said, "Oh, Salobua."
She didn't start saying blood of Jesus, blood of Jesus.
She started speaking meaning, "Oh, Saloba, what is this?" But a lot of people are actually very, they are very...
No, we can't be that adventurous with some kind of animals, and especially when it's just seated, you just sit close to it.
Absolutely. Let me hear Uti's thoughts on tigers before we take our news story.
Tigers are just so beautiful, right? In terms of just the uniqueness of their stripes. I don't know. I think that I'm adventurous enough to, if I get the opportunity, I've always wanted to do the walk with lions. So even though, sometimes, like Issy said, the Nigerian part of you is like, what if you're the one time that you just look so delicious? I got to take a bite. But,
exactly.
It's one of those kind of bucket list things that you think I want to, hang out up and close and personal with the real tiger. So if I get the opportunity, absolutely, I think I will.
Uti, talking about bucket list,
That's not in my bucket list.
I had skydiving as bucket list until I saw one news just last
jumping?
week. No, skydiving.
Oh, okay.
I saw the news last week. A woman died that the parachute refused to work. I said, okay, it's like some things we will take it out of the bucket list.
There's risk everywhere, but skydiving, bungee jumping.
Gosh.
I'm an adrenaline junkie, so I would never turn down that kind of opportunity. I don't think so.
It is well with you. All right, so you are the news narrator for today. Tell us what you found in the news.
So are we taking just this one story?
Yeah, so that's the only story we're taking.
All right. Well, so I don't think anybody watching is a stranger to Hush Puppy. I think his name is Ramon Abbas. Living large on Instagram until police came and knocking and he was arrested. And he's been extradited from Dubai to the US. And of course, his case is ongoing. So current case is a $1.1 million fraud, apparently against they tried to commit against a Qatari, tried to commit or committed against the Qatari business trying to build a school. So apparently, in the course of the case, in the name of a very prominent member of the Nigeria Police Force has come up, which is Abba Kyari, and it's alleged that Hush Puppy has come out to say that he did in fact pay a bribe to Abba Kyari to arrest an associate of his. So on the he said side, Abba says he asked him that he paid him a bribe to arrest this guy, Vincent. So Vincent is one of the co-conspirators in this plot. There was a problem or an argument between themselves, and apparently Vincent went and told the victim that the whole thing was a big fraud. So when this happened, the Nigeria police, Abba Kyari, allegedly arrested Vincent at the behest of Hush Puppy, and then sent evidence, pictures to Hush Puppy. Now that Hush Puppy has come out to say this is what happened, Abba Kyari has come out, I believe, via Facebook, to release his own statement and to state a couple of things. So he is claiming that 2 years ago, Hush Puppy did, in fact, call the Nigeria police to claim that the lives of his family members in Nigeria were at risk and that they had received death threats, to which they swung into action and arrested Vincent. But later in the course of their investigation, they found out that they had Vincent and Hush Puppy were longtime friends, and let him go. Following that, his explanation for the bribe part of it was that Hush Puppy then reached out to him because he saw some outfits that he was wearing on social media, and he hooked Hush Puppy up with the maker of the outfits, and as such passed an account number along where 300,000 was paid for 6 outfits, and then said outfits were delivered to his office, for which Hush Puppy then collected it. Now, whether this is a classic she said, but the reality of it is this. What stood out the most for me is this is a senior ranking member of the Nigeria Police Force. His name came up a few weeks ago as attending the Obi Kubana mother's funeral. And here we are again today, and his name is being mentioned. And, looking on social media, you see other alleged instances of him actually going to Dubai and being hosted by Hush Puppy and all of that. Now, you may say that, the man's friends are not your business. I agree, to each their own. But in every single person that works for an organization, you will find that in each organization, there's some policy somewhere that seeks to protect the organization from poor reputation.
Absolutely.
And as that, I think we can all agree that the Nigeria Police Force doesn't need any worse PR than it in itself is bad PR. And you now have a senior ranking officer who is now attached to all these petty things on social media. He went for a funeral, he was present, crime was being committed, money was being sprayed. Now you have an alleged fraudster who is then talking about bribed. So it's one too many is what I'm trying to say. As a senior officer, you are protecting the organization, you're protecting the reputation of the organization. Many people are calling for him to step down. So I saw somewhere that apparently he had been asked, the FBI has asked for him to be produced. I couldn't validate that from the statement that was given by the Department of Justice. But they say that they're claiming that he's been the FBI has asked for him to be produced in court. So whether we'll see what happens. Now, the other side of the story, of course, social media now. This world is funny. There's all sorts of people on social media. Before, you knew you were unique. But I don't think that personally I understood how unique we were until you see it live and in living color on social media. On social media, yes. Some people are supporting him. Some people are like, guy, it have to. Then some people are saying, well, we hope the truth comes out.
Yes, people are saying he should actually step down. Some people are saying he should step down and let the investigations happen.
Right? But the funniest one that I read was somebody who was saying, this is defamation of character. The FBI cannot come and try us. They cannot, we will back. And I'm thinking, why do you always feel like somebody's trying to hunt you? Yeah. Why do you feel like somebody cares enough to think they're trying to defame you? Like, look, the facts are the facts. Is his name being called up in a criminal case? Yes. Should it happen? No. Whether it's lie or it's true, that is all left to be seen.
Absolutely.
But protection is everything, and you are a leader in the police force of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Fantastic.
What a good look.
So, Isi, you wanted to add something to that?
Yeah. What I wanted to say is this, that social media again also has something to play here. They decided to give us a breakdown of his personality, basically to say, okay, let's say the things we do not know about Abba Kyari, basically. So some of the things that was said was that, one, he was actually, let me get this out. So here are a few things we don't know about Abba Kyari. He was born on the 17th of March, 1975. He is the Deputy Commissioner of Police, and he is a member of the International Association of Chiefs of Police, that's IACP, and prior to his appointment as IGP, IRT, he served at Lagos State Police Command as the officer in charge of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad. So maybe that's how he got to know all of these people as well. And also, he became famous after apprehending the popular kidnapper Kingpin Evans Anwadume. So, and he also has, let me just try to round it up. Then he also, let me look for another one. Okay, he moved to Lagos State Police Command as 2IC and later officer in charge of Special Anti-Robbery Squad. The FBI, during an investigation of popular Nigerian Instagram celebrity Ramon Olorunwa Abbas, famously known as Hush Puppy, for money laundering, alleged Hush Puppy has bribed
the allegation.
Yes, the allegation.
So this one, they are trying to do PR for him, but it's already
yes,
late. I mean, for what
Uti
has
said is, one thing is for sure, that whether he was bribed, in whatever context in which it was made, something was given.
There was an exchange, and that has to be investigated.
So that has to be investigated
because we want to protect
he could have said no to the guest.
We even want to protect the integrity of the police. So it's not so much about him anymore. It is about protecting the integrity of the police, that office of the police of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. All right, so we're going to take a break. When we return from the break, cheating matter is our conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
In nature, men are polygamous in nature. Would you shut up? Shut up, please. Men are not polygamous in nature. These same men of yours, these same African men, when they travel out of the country, they respect themselves. The reason why a lot of African men actually cheat carelessly is because we're in a lawless country. We don't have laws here. That's why they can do anything and get away with it. Let these same men travel out of the country and go and cheat. A woman will sue them for every mad of thing that they have worked for. Men are not polygamous in nature. They are only cheating because many of you are desperate and you have accepted disrespect. In nature, men.
Thanks for staying with us. Now, why do people cheat on the people that they love? Is it because they want to be accepted, respected, loved, wanted, or praised? Now, the things they likely feel they aren't getting in their current relationship might just be the reason. So the reason vary from person to person, but they are all about a need. They're all about a need the person is trying to get met. So according to experts, one of the most common causes of infidelity is a sense of emotional disconnection from your partner. Now, research from the American Association for Marriage and Family Therapy shows that 35% of women and 45% of men have had emotional affairs outside their primary relationship. Now, this is just for this our relationship expert. What's her name again? So you know, Blessing. People cheat outside also in the so-called developed countries. Now, this is for my madam, relationship expert, who said that men don't cheat abroad. That's. I just had to throw that in there for you. So, however, addressing the point you raised about have women, Nigerian women, right, over the years encouraged infidelity, right? I want to address that conversation, and that's our conversation for tonight. So we want to understand if truly women have enhanced or encouraged infidelity, especially in relationships. Now, please let us hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-8038-4663. All right, so who do I start with? Isi, let me come to you. You know, when I saw this video, I actually thought, okay. I'm trying to separate the message from the messenger because I don't think she's particularly a liked person, you know. But that ending part where she said that a lot of Nigerian women were desperate and we are the ones enhancing or encouraging cheating. Is this absolutely fair for you to make that kind of summation on women, especially in Nigeria? Is that fair?
First, I would say it's not fair because no woman would like it when her husband actually, or her partner actually goes out to cheat. But one other thing we should also take into cognizance is this, that men do not cheat by themselves, they cheat with another woman. So another thing we should also take into cognizance is the fact that these women also come in to cheat with the men, and they're even desperate. There was a story that went viral a couple of days ago of a woman, or the Kayamata lady, who said that ladies are, you know, bombarding her with questions and telling her to give them something for them to be able to get Obi Kubana, you know who we're talking about, because of the Oba event. So it's not about the men wanting to do it, but there are different reasons why they would want to do it. Now, it could be personal, it could be cultural. It depends on the...
But this is what she's trying to address, that we keep on saying that men are polygamous in nature. And this is what is encouraging a lot of men to do a lot of things.
That is what I'm trying to say. Basically, it's not about men being polygamous in nature. It's a personal thing. That there are men, I have seen men who do not cheat. I can call names if you want me to call names. So, but the key thing here is this, that men do not cheat when they have a given reason not to cheat. And by the way, who defines cheating? Cheating came from abroad. Who started cheating? They themselves abroad are the ones that actually started cheating. So you can't come and tell me that, oh, when the man leaves Nigeria and goes abroad, that's when he decides not, or he doesn't cheat.
Because there are laws there.
Because there are laws there. Yes, there are laws there, but still, it's a personal thing and it's relative. So if the man decides to say, oh, I'm going to cheat, he has his reasons for going out to cheat.
Not because the woman is encouraging him.
The woman is encouraging him to cheat.
Okay.
And there are different diverse reasons that it can stem from anger, it could stem from revenge, yes, it can. It can stem from the fact that he feels that there is something missing in his relationship with his partner, or it could stem from, you know, wanting, according to Nigerian men, you know, variety is the spice of life. You can't be eating tomato all the time, you have to eat pepper soup and ewedu. So there are different reasons why they also do that, and sometimes I can even say their sexual desires are not being met at home, so they would want to, you know, like the other lady that came and said, oh, rough handle me, you know. So they wouldn't want to do that with their spouse or whoever they are with, and they would want to go outside, or maybe the spouse isn't even interested in doing the same thing that they are interested in. Then there are situationships as well, maybe in the course of them trying to be nice to a given person, and, you know, somewhere along the line, the emotions now try to, you know, come in and creep in. And another one is, you know, you eat and you clean your mouth. Opportunity comes but once. Let me just quickly fire this and run. You know, so there are different diverse ways that men find themselves cheating, not being encouraged by the woman, but still they cheat with women.
Okay. Utsi Elu. Let me come to you. Do me disrespectfully. That was what she said. If you want to do me disrespectfully. Uti, let me come to you.
Issy has said a lot, but I'm sorry. First of all, I know you said I shouldn't look at the messenger, but just give me 10 seconds. It wasn't so bad. It wasn't so bad until she mentioned desperation. I'm like, fine. Who's talking? People in grass houses shouldn't throw stones. No, auntie, please don't. But anyway, her name is Blessing Okoro now, so maybe when you Google her, you'll know what I'm talking about. But anyway, coming back to the topic. The topic is a very polarizing one. First of all, I don't even agree. Nobody encourages cheating. Cheating is a decision, and we all make decisions every day. Now, you can look at it from certain perspectives and say, what role do women play in the act of cheating? You've named some, which for me is the key thing. First of all, it has nothing to do with geography. Across the world, cheating has nothing to do with geography.
Absolutely.
Some cultures encourage polygamy. Some cultures accept it. Even in the almighty US, where polygamy is illegal. You have how many TV shows? Sister Wives, blah 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 blah. You have polygamous families. People who a man who has 4 wives, 5 wives in the U.S. You know, each wife and her kids in a different house, all living on the same street.
Yeah.
So again, polygamy has nothing to do with a woman driving it or pushing it. This is not to say that in certain situations, women are not part of the situation, but the decision itself is a purely personal one.
Exactly.
It's like choosing to eat rice or eat eba. It's a choice. Now, culturally, in this country, is cheating something that, you know how we all like to say, but look, it's a thing. Does it happen here? Absolutely. It happened plenty. First of all, we got economic challenges. We've talked about it so many times. These women gotta eat. And might I add that this cheating industry, because it's an industry, is feeding many other industries. It's feeding the fashion industry, it's feeding the hair industry, it's feeding the beauty industry, it's feeding a lot of people.
It's feeding the what's it called, plastic surgery industry the most.
Thank you. It's feeding a lot of industry. In fact, it's helping Hollywood too because storyline plenty. So it has far-reaching effects. But like we said, root causes, money first of all. As long as a tap continues to drip, somebody will put buckets and be collecting the water.
Exactly.
So when money is dropping, people gonna keep lining up with their buckets. Now, the men are on one side, the women are on one side. Let's say maybe the single girls. The married ones, to some people will say, I remember there was a video that trended, I think maybe, it wasn't last year, I think it was 2 years ago, of a lady who was slapping a side chick in a supermarket. Side chick looking all glam, all hot, wife looking all homely. And then people say, well, did you not just deliver your husband into this girl's hands?
Absolutely.
I mean, there's so many perspectives. But short answer to the question, are women driving men to cheat? Absolutely not. That's the men making the decision all by themselves.
Oh, yes.
You know,
But are there so many factors driving us down that line? Absolutely.
Yes.
Is it going to change today? No. Is it going to change tomorrow?
No.
Is it in Nigeria, US, India, wherever? No. People cheat everywhere. Of both genders, of all statuses, the single, the married, the divorced, all together. It's a phenomenon. It's okay.
Phenomenon. Okay, so I was going to say that I think maybe she should have come from the angle of sexual compatibility. Because now, I mean, I'm beginning, because I study a lot on these things these days, and I realize that there are some men that have very high libido. Extremely high, where it seems like, okay, those are the kind of men you will say, okay, they can have like 4 wives and, you know, they are very much active. So is it possible that maybe the marriages from the foundation were marrying wrong partners, right? Where we're not compatible, and this has now enhanced the, you know, looking out of the context of your relationship or your marriage or your partnership, right? Is that a possibility? Because if you just throw a blanket thing and say women are desperate, I think that is actually very unfair on women. You shouldn't even go there in that light, because there is no woman that, I mean, women become very vicious when they see their partner cheating, right?
Exactly.
They become, even the calmest of women can become a tiger. You understand? If she finds her partner cheating. So when you say that women were desperate and we are the ones encouraging them and all of that, I don't think that is actually fair. So is it possible, talking about sexual compatibility, or maybe we are getting married to the wrong partners? Because if you marry right, do you think cheating is still possible within, you know, the right context? Everything is fine emotionally, you are connected, friendship wise, everything is just there. Do you think they'll still be cheating?
It is possible.
Yes.
Right? So one of the thing you just talked about, compatibility, I mean, there's so many other ways in which we see the evidence in Nigeria that a lot of people are married to the wrong people. I mean, first of all, the value that we place on weddings. Weddings is another industry.
More than the marriage.
We've placed the 8 hours, 10 hours, 4 events, 5 events, depending on how many you're counting. We've turned that into the marriage, right? So a lot of people are so looking forward to the marriage or to the wedding, they're forgetting that there's life after that. Then you realize that, you guys are incompatible, and there's so many reasons why you could be incompatible. There are people who will tell you they will never cheat on the physical side, but they're cheating emotionally because they're connected to somebody else that is not their spouse. So if we're talking about the reasons why people cheat, even in the context where everything is right, and I know some people will roll their eyes, even in the context where everything is right, some guys will tell you, even some women, in fact, let's just say people will tell you that mistakes happen. You just happen to be in a situation, all the forces aligned and converged, and something happened, and it was like, oops.
Exactly.
And that has happened, right? So there's so many reasons why it can happen. Let's look at population, what is it called now? The diversity in the population. There are more women than men. So it again, even if you just go by those numbers, there's going to be some overlap somewhere. So there are many, many reasons, but sexual compatibility is a huge one, because for men, we know that, if I say this now, they might come for me, but we know that men, you typically are more sexually inclined. Libido is more likely to rage on in men. Women, we have too many things to worry about. A woman has a child, that child trumps everything, I don't care what's going on in you. If my child coughs, that's the first person I'm going to go check on. What's the matter? Are you okay? So there's so many different reasons, but I mean, sexual incompatibility, what's that saying that men want what's that saying? A freak in the bedroom, something.
I think
I can't remember the name, but you know the one I mean, right? So you want your girlfriend and your wife all in the same person.
It's not, I can quantify, but I'm trying to be careful because we're on live television.
Exactly.
But I know what men want. It's not just only girlfriend. You want everything.
But you want the other
Shaki Bokoto. Her body. Cow leg, cow tail, Bobo Shaki, everything inside the one. But I think for me, that's the biggest issue that I see where the problem is, because most times when you see, and again, so are we? So back to the question I asked about marrying wrong. Are we hypocritical in the choice of spouses or choice of people we go into relationships with? You already know the kind of person you want. You already know what turns you on. You already know your attraction. You already know. So why don't you channel your energy in finding that person? Why are you settling to just get married to just anybody that tomorrow you feel that you can do? Uti, why are you smiling? But let me come to you.
Osayiwame.
Yes.
Sometimes there is something we call, what we have in Nigeria currently. If you're of a certain age and you're not married, you see the parents, the uncles, the aunties putting pressure on the lady. Okay, you have to, this is a young man. He's so cute. He's good. He has a good job. What are you waiting for? Don't waste your time. And another thing is this, that when you as a girl find someone you think, okay, I can click with this guy, but I can manage this and manage that. Don't manage anything, because he won't change. The moment you start thinking of, I will manage this, I can change that, that is where you start getting it wrong in the first place, and that is where you start getting the wrong partner. So if your foundation isn't built on the right thing, based on, can I tolerate some of these? It's not supposed to be managed. It's supposed to be enjoyed and not endured. So if you're in a marriage, it's all about, you not having, what's it called? You're not having a situation whereby you find your spouse in a bad position and you do not know how to interact with that spouse because you picked the thing over the main source of what you're supposed to pick. You pushed it aside. For example, a young girl who is about, we were talking about, earlier before we started the show, we talked about, when you are young, your idea of a man changes. He should be tall, he should be dark, he should be handsome, and boys know how to come with all that sway, and they talk to you and they get you up, sweep you off your feet, not knowing that maybe when you go and now live with that boy in his house, the guy is a peg. At the end of the day, and he can't stand a dirty environment. But when you see him outside, all tall and dandy and looking nice, he's not what you want. So another thing is this, that your idea of who you want shouldn't be what you see. It should be more of the content of the individual you're dealing with.
Leave that matter.
No. It's important because that is where we get it wrong.
No. I totally disagree with you. I mean, because it cannot only be the content. You know, there has to be a physical attraction. Of course, because that's the only reason.
That is part of it. What is content of the individual?
But you were pointing your hand on you.
Oh, I might have been based on the package of what you want.
So you have to be specific.
You should be specific.
So the reason, let me come back to it, because the reason why I do not agree with this summation that women are encouraging men to cheat. Why do we have high rates of divorce or separation? You understand? You think if women are accommodating of that concept that men are polygamous in nature and they are allowed to have several people or concubines or whatever outside, do you think that the rate of divorce will be as high as, or separation as high as it is today?
Well, divorce is on the rise. Culturally, the outlook towards divorce is changing, right? So it's not the big taboo that it used to be before. Now it's a lot better. It's not better, but it's accepted. Let's put it that way. So would I say that that's a direct correlation to the fact that women don't encourage cheating? I think no, it's just coming to the fact now where women are realizing that there's more to life.
Yes.
They're realizing that marriage is not the be all and end all.
Exactly.
So the women who have gone into it are learning their lessons. But are we still seeing young girls today still marrying the wrong guys? You go to weddings and you raise your eyebrows, you're like, should these guys like that, who fall into that category, who you see them and you say, oh, I don't think these guys should be getting married. I don't think that it's okay. So at the end of the day, I find that this entire issue, there are many ways in which you can swing it. Is divorce one way? Yes. If you speak to a lot of people that are getting divorced today, not every single one, and funny enough, not the majority is from cheating, at least the ones that I've heard. A lot of it stems from incompatibility. I'm just not going to accept the rubbish he does anymore.
Exactly.
You know what? There's more to life. I can go and take care of myself. So these things are changing. But that concept itself of our women encouraging, I think it's only coming from those certain perspectives that you can look at, which is, did you marry the right partner? Like Issy has said, did you go for the physical over the package? I also don't believe that there's any such thing as a perfect partner. Like, there's no perfect human being, right?
Exactly.
You have flaws. Now, whether you find somebody who your flaws are completely tolerable, maybe that's where you now come to the part of being perfect.
Can I tolerate him?
But everybody, even as you are today, who you are today wasn't who you were 5 years ago, 10 years ago. You're constantly evolving, you're constantly changing. So even when people find that they're married and they start to find that they're growing into different people, you grow apart. So it's not, for me, a blanket statement that says, are Nigerian women encouraging cheating? There are factors that can lead to it. There are women who are also okay. There are women who don't mind that their partners are cheating. Some people don't mind. There are those kind of women out there. Yes.
Yes, very true.
Okay, you know what? We're going to take a break. Because I've seen those women that will actually give
they're helping me.
Please, come and help me.
They are helping me.
Let's take a break. When we come back from the break, oh boy, we want to open our phone lines. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
There has to be a decision point. The way your baby's presenting, we have to rush you in. And my partner at the time was like, "You going to cut her? Are you going to cut her? Is it going to leave a scar?" And I said, "Am I a belly dancer? What is the problem here?"
No, I'm vulnerable about the future of the children, the future of mine and the future of the generation of my children.
I want to have nude pictures taken.
Of you?
Yes, but without showing my private parts. I want to put it in my front room. And they said, "You can't do that. People will be embarrassed when they came into your house." I said, "Well, it's my body and it's my front room."
All the things that we do, what is the purpose of it?
I just realized that I was more trusting
before I was 6. So many women, they just feel like I have to cook for my husband, I have to breastfeed my children, I have to pick them from school.
Because society expects
Then you
them
go
to.
home and you cry and you stop your career, you can't do anything, then you blame everybody. You took that choice.
Thanks for staying with us. Now, if you just tuned in, it's our ladies' night out, and we're asking ourselves as women, are we encouraging cheating? Please let us hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. Our phone line is now open as well. Please, when you're calling, turn off the volume of your television set, and keep your conversation within a minute so we can have more people join the conversation. The number to call is 070-2500-7749. That's the number to call. All right, so before we go into the conversation, there's an update on Abba Kyari. I just wanted Uti, can you quickly let us in on it?
Yeah, so apparently the IGP, Usman Baba, has ordered for a review, an internal review of the allegations. So essentially just saying that acknowledging that they've received the alleged indictment of the DCP.
Absolutely.
And the information. So we wait to see.
Absolutely. That's all. Yeah, fantastic. That's a good move in the right direction. So back to the matter. You said so women actually donate girls to their partners to say, you know what, please, I do not have energy for these bedroom matters. Can you please, just can you please just have a field day and all of that? So does this not boil down to the fact that cheating is actually really, really driven by sexual drives? Is it not? I mean, is that not because a lot of times it's not so much of, a man really might not cheat on a woman if she is probably not cooking, not cleaning. So even if he's going to cheat with the person that is cooking and cleaning, the person would also do the third there. It's a package. It can't just be, oh, she's cooking and cleaning for me, that's why I'm cheating. No, there has to be that sexual factor in it. So why can't we start to preach more sexual compatibility? So if you have a high libido, look for a woman that matches up your libido instead of having to go outside of your, your relationship.
Another thing that comes when you were talking about this, there are two things that actually came to mind when you were talking about it. One, because of the church religion,
you are not allowed to do anything before.
You don't test the soup before you don't test the soup before you serve the soup, okay? And another thing also is this, that, I don't think it's about the drive of the individuals, basically. I think it's all about the people themselves, because you can actually teach an individual or someone or your spouse to do what you want to do.
But they don't communicate it. You know what? Let me take Wisdom. Okay. Our very first caller. Then Uti, I'll come to you. Wisdom, are you there? Thank you for calling. Is he there? Oh, okay, we have to move on. Uti, you are going to say something.
So, no, but you see, you're pigeonholing this cheating thing down to just the physical.
Exactly.
There are emotional affairs. There are. So for me, cheating is a simple thing. Cheating is just a gap. It's plugging a gap. The gap can be several things.
Yes.
When somebody finds that there's something that they want that they're not getting, and then they find somebody else that is giving them that. It's not always physical. Sometimes it can be, you can just be somebody that you enjoy talking to, somebody that you enjoy being in their presence. And then there's an emotional connection. That in itself is easy. I know it's easier to just pigeonhole it and say, yes, the physical is it. There are men out there who can, like you said, people that have have a high libido. All they're doing is satisfying a physical urge. That's like just basic biology. That has nothing to do with emotions or whatever. He can basically have sex with someone, get up, tomorrow doesn't even remember her name, might even see her, not recognize her.
That.
He's moved on. So there are different types of cheating. If you want to rank them, that kind of cheating, I mean, it's mindless.
Okay.
Exactly.
He saw the opportunity, he took it.
Let me take Austin's call from Benin. Thank you for calling.
Oh, Austin.
Yeah.
Good evening, all of you.
Hi, Austin. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, I like your program, and I really enjoy it because you are educating the people.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, when you were with TVC, I couldn't get through, but you're also doing a good job here.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Now, the thing is, we during courtship, we don't take time to study one another and know what, find out whether our partner really have those things that we like. We don't take time to do that. In most cases, we are carried away with other things, physical outlook and what have you. Okay, the woman is figure 8, the man is tall, is handsome. We don't take time to really study because this person you want to marry you are going to live together for life.
Exactly.
And so it is important for you to know whether you can tolerate this person for the rest of your life. It's very, very important, but we don't take time to do that.
But Austin, I want to ask a question. Do you agree that women are encouraging men to cheat? Do you agree? Or as a man, you would cheat regardless?
Okay. Yes, okay. The one I know is that, when it comes to the way you relate with your husband and all of that, including even the sex you are talking about, if it is not right and he gets it somewhere else, of course, that's it. Because what the side chicks do, they capitalize on the inadequacies of the woman at home. Because men, we are like baby, we always express ourselves. You'll be shocked that some of the husbands will be telling the side chicks what their wives are not doing right at home. Yes. And the side chicks will want to do those things. And that's what it is. So, I'm just giving you a tip now. That's one of the things men do. He will tell the woman outside. So I have a friend who maintained a relationship for more than 20 years. And I was asking myself, is it possible that the wife does not even know about this relationship?
She knows.
For more than 20 years. So there must be, and for that 20 years, there were no marriage. So I kept asking myself, there must be something this woman is doing right that the husband, sorry,
that the
wife at home is not doing right.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Austin. Thank you, Austin. Okay, Uti, over to D.
Tolerance.
I don't know. Austin has, I don't know that, let me take this comment first. So this is Austin from Delta who says, the truth is that the cheating industry is thriving because of the abuse of social media. Many are hooked to pornography, where both sexes, including married and unmarried, want to explore, even within the church. Shikina. So Austin is, I don't know that I would say it's existed long before social media. So maybe social media is exacerbating it. Social media, like I said, allows you to find your niche of unique thinkers, people that share your perspectives.
Absolutely.
I was watching a show, a TV show yesterday, and they arrested a lady, and the lady was telling the police officer, she said, if it exists, there is a pornography for it. And it was the weirdest statement, because I was like, huh? But then you realize that today with the internet, you can be here in Nigeria, literally watching something halfway across the world that you've never been able to get here. Local flavor doesn't work. But somewhere out there, you found it. So maybe in that sense, technology is giving people more options.
Absolutely. Let me take Oluwakemi from Lagos. Thank you for calling.
Hello.
Thank you for calling.
Good evening.
Hi, Kemi. Thank you for calling.
Good evening. I can hear you.
Go ahead. We can hear you.
This is my first time joining this program, and I think I'm going to be a fan and addict.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and talking around the content, the topic tonight, do women encourage their men to cheat? It's no, capital letter N-O. Now, you just said one has to look for a man that matches one's libido. Most times, even those that have had sex before marriage and their libido matches each other, you discover the men still cheat in marriage. It's an individual thing. If you like, put your head on the floor, raise your leg up to sleep with your man, you will still cheat. It's a pure individual decision. So I don't think there's no general, you can't, the manual for Mr. A doesn't mean we work for Mr. B. No, even the twin that came from the same womb, what will work for this will not work for this. So it's an individual thing. You see men that are married. I know a man in my church, a brother in my church that has been married for straight 17 years. He always says it with his full chest that he has never cheated on his wife. And you need to see this wife we are talking about. I'm sorry to say this. They no.
She's not this. She's not this spec.
This bros. He's a fine guy, tall, and he says it with his full chest that I've never cheated on my wife. So I think he's an individual.
Thank you, Kemi. Thank you so much, and thank you for sticking to us on Ways. Isi.
Yes. Let me just say something after what Kemi said. So, when he was talking about the fact that if you like, you turn your head upside down. If he wants to cheat, he will still cheat. Some men are serial cheats. They just don't want to listen to anything. So long as it's a babe and she just passes him,
can I break it down? Is it possible that now we can say categorically that men, based on their upbringing and their makeup, that's why, they have come to accept it as normal? Because even as a boy, for a girl, if you say you have a boyfriend, it will be frowned at. But for a boy, it's a prestige thing that I have a girlfriend, right? So we have encouraged it right from when they are young. But let me take Emmanuel from Lagos. The time is running out quickly. Emmanuel, are you there?
Yes.
You're live. Quickly, let's hear what you have to say. Thank you for calling.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening.
I think we can't shy away from the truth that truly women encourage cheating. One, let's start with even the mode of dressing nowadays among the ladies. Even if you don't want to, even though you are not thinking of sex, before you look one or two, three ladies, you want to have sex. It's normal. Drive it down. Go to social media.
Who answered this man?
Dating sites. We have more married women than single ladies. It's at the end of the day, we not find out that a lot of them they are married, but they just want to test outside. The people that these men are cheating with, who are they? Are they good? They are women. A lot of them are married women.
That one now.
So you will hear, even most of them will want to initiate the conversation if you don't want it. So if you don't have self-control, it will be very difficult for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Uti.
Dressing has got nothing to do with
Emmanuel went there.
I disagree with
Emmanuel actually went there.
He went there.
In fact,
let me just read this comment. Let me just read this comment because I think this person also agrees with Emmanuel.
Then I'll answer this man. Honestly, he didn't.
So he says, as regards the very topic you people are treating, I'm of the opinion that women contribute to the cheating of men because of the following: 1, sexual restriction of their partner; 2, untidy attire by their partners, because men do get attracted by senses. That is what they see. So if the woman appears untidy and unkept, always looking unhygienic, their man, when he goes out there or in the office, he sees his secretary appears so neat and beautiful, then he's attracted to her rather than his housewife at home. So women are contributing for men cheating. Can I just say one thing?
Hold on, quickly. Uti, let me take Jimmy from Abuja first. Then you'll come to that comment. Jimmy, are you there? Thank you for calling.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for calling.
Well, this program is really depressing. I have something to say. Now, the question is women encouraging men to cheat? Yes. Let's look at from the religion part of, let's say, church. If it says something about getting married to a lady, some churches won't allow you to test what you want to pay for. And by the time you pay for this, you discover there's a problem. I have a friend. Each time he wants to travel, the wife will put condoms in his pocket. He said, for my sake, if you want to do it, use condom. Are they not encouraging us to cheat?
Thank you, Jimmy.
So
thank you so much. Uti, I'm speechless.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I literally, like my mouth is wide open. I mean, first of all,
she's supposed to comment on. You wanted to contribute on that comment quickly.
Okay.
I just want to reiterate the fact that, please, cheating is a personal thing.
Yes.
Whether your wife at home looks like a dish rag and your secretary looks like Halle Berry, I just want to point out, it has nothing to do with looks. I can name how many celebrities, hot women, that men have cheated on.
Beyonce.
Halle Berry was cheated on, just so you know. One time, most beautiful woman in the world was cheated on. It's not, I can't count how many hot wives have been cheated on, husband and house girl. So,
Uti, don't go there.
Don't
go there. Mike from Delta State.
Said.
Michael, are you there? Thank you for calling us.
Okay. Good evening.
Hi, Mike.
Yes, I am enjoying your program. I'm calling from Delta State.
Thank you for calling.
Yes, the lady at the middle of Uti, she has talked so much about the issue. The issue of shipping has to do with the individual. And it is natural with men, religion or otherwise. It is natural with men. But from the angle of the women encourage their husband, so we see some women, you don't even know whether they are housewives. They are too dirty. They cannot present a tidy environment for their homes. It makes the men to look outside. This is something we experience daily. But we thank God for some women, they are always there for their husband. But today, you see some men having mistresses outside. Not one, not two, not three. But it's a shocking experience to see all of this going on in our society. We are just hiding from it. If not, it's happening every day.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Issy, let me come to you.
Oh, I've been remembered.
No. I actually wanted Uti to complete, but you have like a minute because we've run out of time, actually. Tell me. Outside of, because Uti mentioned something, outside of sexual preferences and the cleanliness and everything, dirtiness and dressing, whatever, how about women that push their husband, what's he called, out emotionally in terms of, they call them like nagging, their character always fighting, there's almost like the man does not feel peace in the home. Is that not a form of a woman encouraging the man to go out?
It's just like a woman, who is living with a man that hasn't been nice to her, that has not given her the attention she needs. Is that a justification for the man, for the woman to go out to seek?
I love that answer.
To seek
comfort outside.
Or relationship outside.
Okay, let's leave it there. Uti, your final comment in 1 second. Maybe 10.
Cheating is a personal thing. Stop looking for God-fearing men and women.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Issy. Thank you, Uti. I will not bring this topic back again because I fear what I will hear next. So before we go, do ensure you follow us on Instagram. It's at PlusTvAfrica. You can interact with us further, drop your comment, and ensure you follow us because we're planning a huge giveaway to say thank you to you for believing in the Ways brand. So follow us now. It's at PlusTvAfrica. So if you missed today's quote, here it is again. Most people cheat because they are paying more attention to what they are missing rather than what they have. So imagine if we paid attention to what we have, you would appreciate it better. You really do not have a justification for cheating, but hey, who are we to judge? We'll see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. as we bring another great conversation to your screen. Enjoy.